Amy Slaton's bold new beginning, love, loss, and a life reclaimed. Amy Slaton, star of 1,000-Pound Sisters, is stepping into a new chapter of her life, one marked by love, independence, and self-empowerment. Her wedding to partner Jake has been officially announced, but not everyone in her inner circle is celebrating. Most notably, her sister Tammy Slaton has chosen not to attend, voicing strong disapproval of the union. "I don't trust him, Amy," Tammy said bluntly. "You're rushing into this. You don't know him the way you think you do." Amy, however, remained unwavering. "I'm indifferent to who stays or who goes," she said. "This is my life, my marriage, and I'll do what feels right for me." Her fierce conviction has inspired many, serving as a powerful reminder that self-love sometimes means standing alone. The Kentucky summer air was heavy with warmth, but Amy's spirit was undimmed. Dressed in a custom blush pink gown, she faced the mirror with a heart not filled with anxiety, but determination. After years of public scrutiny, a painful divorce, and raising 2 young sons, this day marked a rebirth, a turning point in her journey. Jake, a quiet, kind-hearted man she met at a community book club 6 months prior, wasn't drawn to Amy's fame or her struggles. He loved her laughter, her vulnerability, her strength. He saw her not as a reality TV figure, but as a woman, flawed, radiant, and worthy of love. While the guest list was small, the wedding was deeply moving. Held in a sun-drenched barn surrounded by wildflowers, Amy walked down the aisle escorted by her 2 sons. As the soft strum of an acoustic guitar played, Jake wiped away tears seeing her approach. When it was time to speak her vows, Amy's voice shook, not from fear but from resolve. "I've lived through hardship," she said, "and I've come out stronger. This isn't just about marriage. This is about reclaiming my life, for me, for my children, and for the love I've finally allowed myself to accept." The room erupted in applause. Some guests were lifelong friends, others were distant supporters who had followed Amy's journey from afar. But in that moment, all bore witness to her transformation. Later that night, under a canopy of stars and fairy lights, Amy stepped aside for a quiet moment. Looking skyward, she whispered, "I did it, Mama. I really did it." Her phone buzzed. A message from Tammy. Its contents unknown but the timing poignant. "Sisters in struggle. A journey of redemption and resilience." While the wedding spotlighted Amy's emotional growth, both Slaton sisters had undergone staggering physical and mental transformations. Years of setbacks, trauma, and toxic cycles were finally giving way to clarity and strength. Their shared breakthrough began after Tammy's second return from rehab. No longer hiding behind sarcasm or anger, Tammy emerged focused and disciplined, carrying a notebook full of affirmations and daily goals. Witnessing her sister's transformation, Amy committed to her own. She hired a personal trainer, prepped meals religiously, and converted her garage into a home gym. This time it wasn't about rivalry. It was about rising together. Tammy started small, just walking to the mailbox. Soon she made it to the end of the block. Within 3 months, she was power walking laps at the community park in a bright pink tracksuit and oversized sunglasses, radiating pride. Amy's changes were just as dramatic. Once weary and overwhelmed, she began to glow with newfound energy. With her eldest son Gage zipping through the house and baby Glenn cooing nearby, Amy recognized the importance of lasting health, not just for herself but for her children. Of course, the path wasn't easy. There were tears, fights, and intense cravings. But the sisters held each other accountable, always returning stronger. 16 months into their commitment, TLC hosted a special live weigh-in. Viewers worldwide held their breath. Tammy stepped onto the scale. The room fell silent. Her doctor adjusted his glasses, double-checked the screen, and broke into a wide smile. "Tammy Slaton, your weight is 275 pounds. The crowd gasped. She had lost over 400 pounds. Tears streamed down her face. "I didn't think I'd make it to 40, she admitted. "But now, I feel like I'm just getting started." Then came Amy's turn. Her husband Michael held her hand tightly. When the numbers settled, the doctor announced, "Amy Slaton Halterman, you now weigh 178 pounds. That's more than 250 pounds lost." Amy broke down, not from grief but from triumph. That night, the sisters hosted a celebration in their hometown. Gone were the fried foods and sodas of their past. Instead, Music, laughter, and a giant fruit platter shaped like a butterfly, symbolizing their metamorphosis. Tammy gave a heartfelt speech. We began this journey lost, laughed at, and full of doubt. But today we stand transformed, not just physically but in spirit. We did the impossible. If we can, anyone can. Amy raised her glass of lemon water. To second chances. And to sisterhood. Beyond the scale, the legacy of the Slaton sisters. In the months that followed, Tammy earned her certification as a motivational speaker, traveling across states to share her story. Amy launched a healthy Southern cooking YouTube channel. Together they co-founded a nonprofit, Sisters Beyond Size, providing access to affordable weight loss programs for low-income families. Their story is not one of perfection. It never was. But it's raw, real, and deeply human. And that's what makes it unforgettable. Back at the Kentucky rehab facility, Tammy now stood before a full-length mirror. For a moment she hardly recognized herself. But then she smiled. She saw not just the weight she had lost, but the life she had gained. Tammy Slaton's 500-pound weight loss. A story of grit, relapse, and redemption. The Tammy Slaton the world once knew. The woman who gasped for breath, relied on a wheelchair, and battled addiction, anger, and depression, no longer exists. In her place now stands a fighter. 500 pounds lighter and stronger, both physically and emotionally. The announcement came on a radiant Tuesday morning. Tammy Slaton reveals incredible 500-pound weight loss. Fans were stunned. Social media erupted. TikTok flooded with reactions. But behind that headline lay a grueling and deeply personal journey. 17 months earlier, Tammy had been admitted to a medical facility after a life-threatening incident involving carbon dioxide poisoning. She was placed in a medically induced coma. For weeks her life hung in the balance. Her sister Amy, already a mother to one child and pregnant with another, was devastated. She visited the hospital daily, tears streaming down her face. Grasping her sister's hand she whispered, "Tammy, I need you to come back. Gage needs his aunt. I need my sister. Your story isn't over." When Tammy awoke, something inside her had shifted. Her path to recovery was not easy. She had to relearn how to walk, breathe without machines, manage her diet, and sever ties with destructive habits. Food, soda, emotional self-sabotage. She faced years of trauma, abandonment, bullying, neglect. Her rehabilitation team was strict but compassionate. Tammy showed up every day. She cried through therapy. She screamed through workouts. But she never gave up. After 18 months of intensive treatment, therapy, and a successful bariatric surgery, Tammy was finally ready to share her transformation. Tulsi aired the moment live in a special episode of 1000 Obese Sisters. Amy, now a mother of two, stood on stage holding her children. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said through tears, "my sister Tammy, the strongest person I know, is about to amaze you." Tammy walked on stage, no wheelchair in sight. The crowd gasped. She had shed 500 pounds. Her face was slimmer, her skin glowing, her confidence undeniable. Dressed in lavender and beaming with pride, she waved to the audience. "I used to think I'd die before I turned 40, Tammy said, voice trembling. "Today I choose life." Her transformation didn't just change her body, it healed broken bonds. She apologized to Amy for years of resentment and bitterness. Amy hugged her. "I never stopped believing in you," she said. Chris, their ever-supportive half-brother, beamed. "That's the Tammy I always knew was in there." Even Caleb, her former rehab partner, wrote from his own facility. "You inspired me. I'm still fighting too." Tammy launched a YouTube channel to share her new life. Healthy recipes, light workouts, motivational talks for those battling obesity. She began visiting schools, inspiring teens to love themselves, speak their truth, and hold on to hope. "I lost 500 pounds, she said in one viral video, "but I gained a purpose." Her story was no longer about weight. It was about courage, healing, and transformation. Once written off as a hopeless case, she had become a beacon of resilience. But even warriors stumble. In their quiet hometown of Dixon, Kentucky, the Slaton sisters were enjoying a rare morning off. No camera crews, no dietitians, just laughter, conversation, and their longtime guilty pleasure, soda. It started small. One orange soda. Then a root beer. A couple diet colas. "This peach soda tastes like summer vacation," Amy giggled, lips stained orange. Tammy took a long sip of grape soda and smiled. We should do a soda tasting party like wine tasting but with soda. Yes. Amy said, eyes lighting up. Soda sommeliers. Except we actually drink it instead of spitting it out. Tammy laughed. We'll call it the Soda Pact. That afternoon they hopped in Amy's car and bought over 40 cans of soda. Every flavor imaginable. Blueberry fizz, cotton candy cola, cherry vanilla blast, even bacon-flavored soda. They turned their living room into a tasting lounge. Colorful straws. Soda towers. Homemade scorecards ranking fizz factor, flavor explosion, and burpability. They filmed the whole thing for YouTube. At first it was hilarious. This bubblegum soda tastes like Skittles and regret, Amy quipped. Tammy nearly choked on a ginger soda. This tastes like grandma's perfume, but carbonated. But after soda number 12, then number 18, then number 23, things changed. Amy clutched her stomach. I think my kidney just blinked. Tammy lay back dazed. I don't have blood anymore. It's all Dr. Pepper. Then little Gage wandered in with an empty sippy cup. Mama juice. Amy sighed. Honey. Mommy needs water. By morning they were sprawled on the couch, surrounded by empty cans, burping in chorus. Amy groaned. I think we need an intervention. Only if it includes Sprite, Tammy muttered. They both burst into laughter before growing serious. 12 sodas a day is not normal, Amy admitted. I feel like I fought a soda dragon, and lost. They uploaded the Soda Pack Challenge video later that week. It went viral, not just for its humor but for their honesty. In the final minutes, Amy looked into the camera. We love soda. But it's not sustainable. We're cutting back for our health, our future, and for Gage. Tammy added, we're still fun, even without bubbles. It wasn't their last soda. But it was the start of a new promise, to prioritize health over habit. One can at a time. The soda pact was broken. But the bond between sisters? Unbreakable. Meanwhile, Amy Slaton continues to face her own trials. Despite her surgical transformation, she has recently struggled with weight gain. Her divorce from Michael Halterman left her a single mother to sons Gage and Glenn. In recent years she has made notable strides in her fitness journey, but emotional turbulence has complicated progress. A relationship with a man named Brian proved difficult, and during a family outing to a Tennessee zoo, Amy was bitten by a camel, just one of many bizarre setbacks. Still, like her sister, Amy presses on. Because in the Slaton household, resilience isn't a choice, it's a tradition. Amy Slaton's inspiring transformation, from struggles to a new chapter with Brian. Amy Slaton, star of 1000 LB Sisters, has come a long way in her personal and health journey. Despite facing numerous setbacks, including her recent arrest for possession of illicit substances, Amy has continued to move forward with resilience and determination. Her relationship with Brian has flourished, and in season 7 of the hit reality show, Amy revealed that the couple is now planning their future together. She happily accepted Brian's marriage proposal, and the two have chosen to wed on Halloween. However, not everyone in Amy's life is supportive of her decision. Her sister, Tammy Slaton, has openly disapproved of the wedding plans. Despite the tension, Amy remains committed to Brian and focused on her goals. Amy's weight loss journey began in earnest back in 2019, when she reached her peak weight of 405 pounds. Coming from a family with a history of obesity, weight gain had always come easily to her. Her mother and siblings also struggled with their weight, which made Amy's battle with food addiction even more challenging. She decided to make a change before her health deteriorated further. Motivated by her dream of starting a family and living a fuller life with her then-husband, Michael, Amy pursued weight loss surgery. She joined 1000 LB Sisters in 2019 and committed to the necessary lifestyle changes. Unlike her sister Tammy, who faced prolonged struggles with obesity, Amy followed her doctor's instructions, was approved for bariatric surgery, and underwent the procedure in season 1. The surgery proved to be life-changing. Amy quickly lost 176 pounds, dropping from 405 pounds to 229 pounds within a year. This dramatic weight loss allowed her to regain mobility, enjoy life, and focus on building her family. She became pregnant with her first child, Gage Dion, shortly after her surgery and shared the news during season 2, which aired in 2020. Her second son, Glenn Allen, was born in the summer of 2022. Although Amy anticipated some weight gain during her pregnancies, certain family members, particularly Tammy, criticized her for not staying committed to her weight loss goals. Tammy accused Amy of using pregnancy as an excuse for unhealthy eating, commenting, "You know you haven't been eating properly because of the baby." Despite these accusations, Amy delivered both children without complications. However, her relationship with Michael began to deteriorate. Amy found herself overwhelmed with motherhood and unsupported by her husband. The emotional toll of a failing marriage led to the return of some unhealthy habits, resulting in noticeable weight gain. Fans began to notice changes in Amy's appearance, both on the show and in her social media posts. While her exact weight gain wasn't disclosed, estimates suggest she regained between 40 to 60 pounds. At the time of her divorce, Amy was believed to weigh between 280 to 290 pounds. In season 7, Amy shared that she now wears a size XL, though she clarified it's for comfort, not necessarily due to substantial weight gain. During a recent episode, her weight was revealed to be 249 pounds. This means she has gained around 20 pounds since reaching her lowest post-surgery weight of 229 pounds. With her wedding to Brian on the horizon, Amy appears motivated to refocus on her health and shed the extra weight. Fans remain hopeful that she'll get back on track and continue her inspiring journey. Can Tammy Slaton drive now? 1000lb Sisters star faces new roadblocks despite major progress. Tammy Slaton from 1000lb Sisters has undergone a life-altering transformation, losing over 500 pounds and recently undergoing skin removal surgery. As fans celebrate her remarkable achievements, one question remains: has Tammy reached the point where she can drive? Raised in a family where obesity was a shared struggle, Tammy followed a similar path, eventually reaching nearly 700 pounds by her early 30s. Her weight severely limited her independence, making even basic tasks like self-care, going outdoors, or traveling nearly impossible without assistance. A new life after weight loss. Tammy made her debut in season 1 of 1000lb Sisters in 2020, opening up about her journey toward a healthier life. Despite early setbacks, a serious health scare became a turning point, leading her to a rehab center and eventually weight loss surgery in 2022. Over the next 3 years, she shed more than 500 pounds. By early 2025, Tammy took the next big step, undergoing skin removal surgery. Her incredible transformation became a focal point of season 7. Tammy's ongoing struggle with driving. One major aspect of independence Tammy has yet to conquer is driving. For years she has relied on family, especially her siblings, to drive her around. In earlier seasons, Tammy frequently expressed frustration over this dependency, particularly when mobility issues prevented her from even getting in and out of vehicles on her own. During a 2024 interview with E! News, Tammy admitted that although she wants to learn to drive, anxiety holds her back. "I do want to learn eventually, but right now my anxiety is just a little too much," she shared. Speed in particular triggers her anxiety. "Baby steps," she added, recalling her limited experience driving a slow-moving golf cart. A terrifying car incident sparked hesitation. On the Creative Chaos podcast by Azelle Film Company, Tammy opened up about a traumatic car experience that has deeply affected her view of driving. She recalled a terrifying moment when both she and the driver were falling asleep behind the wheel. "I had to stay awake myself to help him drive. And I don't even know how to drive," Tammy admitted. That moment heightened her fear and reinforced her hesitation. Another memorable incident occurred during 1000lb Sisters, when Tammy was filmed driving a golf cart with her brother Chris Combs. Though excited at first, she quickly lost control and nearly crashed into a tree, leaving her visibly shaken. The experience became another reminder of how overwhelming driving can be for her. Tammy's dream car, a Ford Mustang. Despite her fears, Tammy has a clear vision for the future, complete with a dream car. On the same podcast, she revealed that she hopes to one day drive a classic Ford Mustang GT. An old-fashioned Stang, she called it affectionately. Her choice reflects a desire for a vehicle that's both stylish and powerful, yet still comfortable and practical. Why she's not driving yet. Tammy is still not behind the wheel, And part of the reason is her ongoing fear of semi-trucks. It's still a fear. Like semis, they don't see you in the blind side, she explained. While she hasn't started driving, she remains optimistic about learning in the future. Eventually, yes, I do want to learn, she stated. Fans remain hopeful that Tammy's journey toward independence will continue, especially now that her physical transformation has opened doors that were once closed. For now, driving remains on the horizon, but with time, patience, and support, Tammy may yet hit the road on her own terms. Hello, lovely viewers. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this update on Amy Slaton and want more stories from 1000 LB sisters, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay well and stay inspired.